looking for advertising and marketing to enhance your automotive recycling business? Well, look no further. OMG National, the producers of Automotive Recycler TV, have 20-plus years experience building marketing for growing automotive recycling companies. We started out in 1989 producing telephone on-wall messages. We now produce videos and build the industry's best websites. Help you leverage social media. We even code and build effective mobile sites. So what are you waiting for? Image is everything.
Last week, we had the opportunity to hear from Steve Fletcher on the Canadian Auto Recyclers Environmental Code. Well, this end-of-vehicle life issue has stayed in the news with a January 13th article published in E! The Environmental magazine that re-examined the 2009 Cash for Clunkers program. We'll tell you all about it in this edition of ARTV. In 2009, the Car Allowance Rebate System, known as CARS, also fondly known as the Cash for Clunkers program, was put into effect. The goal of the program was to take older, less efficient vehicles off the road and replace them with more efficient vehicles that release fewer tailpipe emissions. This issue came to light again recently when E! The Environmental magazine re-examined the issue and quoted ARA's stance on this important issue. Unfortunately, CARS didn't account for the total life cycle of the scrapped vehicles or the environmental cost of manufacturing the new vehicles. Many of the vehicles that were traded in during Cash for Clunkers were perfectly functioning, in good condition, and excellent candidates to have their engines and other parts recycled. But sadly, these clunkers bypassed the recycling companies and went straight to junkyards to be crushed and shredded. This is because the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration explained at the time that the engines must be destroyed to prevent the vehicles from being resold and taking the road again. For any dealer not following the law, there was a hefty $15,000 fine per infraction against them. The program mandated that the clunkers be crushed or shredded within 180 days. This is regardless of whether all the usable parts were salvaged or not. Noted again in this January 2013 article was the fact that the ARA issued a report when the CARS program was announced. The report stated that a much more efficient program would have been encouraged to recycle parts usage. When the incentive was offered, automakers sold nearly 690,000 vehicles, only to see sales plummet again once the program expired. And with over 250 million cars registered in the U.S., the CARS program had a negligible difference in overall greenhouse gas emissions. Plus, there was a negative environmental cost from not being able to recycle engine parts. As we talked about it in last week's edition of ARTV, the Canadian Auto Recyclers Environmental Code is working hard to make an impact regarding end-of-life vehicles. And with the Retire Your Ride program also in Canada, one has to wonder whether a voluntary program to retire end-of-life vehicles may still happen here in the U.S. with more positive results. We'll keep you posted on any news on this very vital issue. If you and your staff have not yet signed up to access the wealth of training available through ARA University, you have no idea what you're missing out on. Take a look.
The automotive recycling industry has become more complex as vehicles become more advanced. As a result, the demand for training that increases safety, efficiency, and profitability has become a vital need. ARA University meets this demand with online certification programs developed and taught by top industry professionals. Here are a few of the many reasons to bring ARA University to your company. Access courses from any internet-enabled computer, allowing for flexible training 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Environmental and regulatory compliance training, including storm water management and mercury switch removal. There are also courses for governmental safety training mandates. Skill-specific training applicable to employees' job functions, such as the required forklift training certification, sales associate, inventory specialist, dismantlers, owner management skills, marketing, and more. Management tracking reports that let you see employees' efforts and progress. Registration is fast and easy. Just download the form, fax it in, and your company will be ready to start training within hours. To get started, visit www.arauniversity.org now.
Well, that's it for this edition of Automotive Recyclers TV. We'll see you next week.